Right, so just gonna invite the lads now. See if you can join. Got one.
He should be joining now.
Oh, these mate, how are you? You alright?
Yeah, sound, so.
Good stuff, mate. Yeah, good.
He's dozy bastard, he's probably taking fucking ages.
Yeah, I sent the invite. I think he'll be joining in a minute. Yeah, let's try accept this again. Right, so I've accepted the request, so hopefully it works.
Yeah, there he is.
There we go. Got them both in. How are you, mate? You okay?
Yeah, yourself.
So yeah, got the Johnson brothers. Who'll be fighting on the upcoming Almighty. The mad thing is, I didn't realise you were brothers.
Didn't you?
Um, I seen the announcements, and I think because there was some distance between them, I was like, oh, you know. And then when you put that picture up of you both together after the session, I was like, oh shit, the brothers.
Yeah.
I was like,
Our,
oh, to
our older
be,
brothers. Our older brothers fought on the show as well, Almighty Eddie. So the three of
oh
us
yeah,
fought on it. Yeah.
all right, okay. So was he a few years in MMA then?
Well, the three of us fight, and then Danny just does a little bit of training in there, but he doesn't fight. So there's four of
Yeah,
us all together. So we all train.
yeah. You like the Smiths of boxing, aren't you? The Smiths of MMA, and
Yeah.
that. So let's jump into it then. So obviously to start with your opponents, yours Scott is Dario Palazza coming over
Yeah.
from Italy.
Yeah.
Do you know much about him?
Well, he's supposedly meant to be a kickboxing black belt, I think, but doesn't really mean much, does it? To be honest,
Yeah,
so I just look to use my game plan and just go out there and just do what I do best. I don't look at anyone else's. I'm not really that bothered about him. I've seen a bit of footage on him there and there, but not much. Just like little clips of him. I think he done the IMAX or something like the Europeans or something like that, but I haven't really seen much clips because I don't think the shows in Italy and that like good. I don't think so. He's from I think
yeah,
Sicily or something like that. But as I said, I'll just go out and just use my own plan and smoke them there.
yeah, exactly. Do you? Might sound like a mad question, but do you prefer fighting like European fighters as opposed to local fighters or UK fighters?
Well, I've fought most of the flyweight amateurs when I was an amateur. I fought like the majority of the best ones in the UK anyway, and most of them have gone pro now. So I don't really see the point in fighting the same people again at pro, unless obviously it's a bit further on in
Yeah,
our career and it's for like a title or something like that, or the money's right. But I'd rather start getting these Europeans and start going through them and then climb my rankings that in the European side that way.
yeah, yeah. And with you, on your opponent is Mackenzie Liddell, saying that right? Do you know much about your opponent?
I've not really seen much about him, to be honest. He's done the IMAX, like, but I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd look and I think his record's like 1-4. Do you think he's better than that record?
I haven't really seen much of him, to be honest, but Oh, I
Yeah,
will be.
you
Got good training
just,
partners, like.
yeah, you just know that he's been to the IMAFs and that. Yeah, right, okay. So with you, Scott, I know your last fight was in September.
Yeah.
So what's been the focus in training from that point up until now?
Well, my previous fights, like since the from my last fight with an S&C program was Fram Brain, which was like
Yeah,
2019 or 2018 when I
yeah,
won the Almighty title. So I've implemented my strength and conditioning again now, and that's helped a lot. I think it just helps with keeping away niggles and injuries as well, because it keeps you on form and that, and my strength has gone up as well and everything else. So I've got my strength and conditioning back in. I'm doing that with Conor Heaney. He's based at Liverpool John Moores University, so like you can't get much better than that. He's getting through on the scanners, getting tested all the time in John Moores Uni and stuff like that. So I think that's going to
yeah,
be a massive difference as well, just cardio wise, strength wise. Like I see myself, I'm quite strong anyway. Everyone always says you're just naturally strong and stuff like that. So I think that's just going to put me game up even more now. I've got a proper full on program back in. So me conditioning, and I've got my sprints going down again, my long distance runs. So I think that'll be a massive difference in this fight, and I'm looking to push a high level pace and get a finish first or second round easy, definitely, because
yeah,
you need to start putting a performance on now and showing people what I'm about. So that's what I'm looking to do this time, and I've dedicated a bit more time to this camp as well, because because I work full time as well. Normally I'm do work and then I'll go home, have a little kick and go to the gym at like 5 o'clock. But I've had like booked hours in work, so I'm training Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Friday morning, I'm training Saturday mornings and stuff as well now. So I'm doing like an extra 15, 20 hours in my camp just by
yeah,
doing the morning classes. So I feel this time my cardio and my conditioning is going to be like through the roof. I think my resting heart rate now is about 49 or something like that already, and we're still 3 weeks out, so it's only going to improve a bit more.
yeah. That's been about bringing everything together and
Yeah, it's been
basically just
a professional
improving.
camp, basically, pro level camp. That's all it's been. Like it's gone from being like my camps before was a bit shit, to be honest. Like it weren't
Yeah,
my full effort in. I was half-assed in camps and stuff because I was just thinking, oh, I don't need to put me full time into it and that. But now I'm pro. I'm taking it serious now. I'm proper investing my time, and like every bit of spare time I've got is going into the gym or like chilling with my girlfriend, and that's it. That's all I'm doing.
yeah, yeah. Do you think with that S&C then, like, would your sort of advice be to anyone starting out to get that in as soon as possible?
Yeah, definitely 100%. I think a lot of amateurs now don't implement it into the camp, and like the difference between doing S&C and not doing S&C, it's unbelievable. Like just strength wise and conditioning wise. Like I've got our John on it. He's doing the strength conditioning with me, and he's doing it alongside me, and like he's not going to notice the difference with it. He'll just have it from his debut, whereas I
Yeah,
didn't do it until like 6 fights in. I didn't start doing my S&C until then. So he won't notice the difference, but it'll be a massive difference between these kids who he's going to be coming up against, probably not doing S&C, and they're not probably training like the pro hours and training with people the same level as what we're training with at the minute. So it's going to be a massive difference, and I think a lot of people will be shocked by his strength, to be honest, because he's fucking strong as fuck.
yeah, yeah. Well, I guess it runs in the family then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
still do him in though.
We'll get to that in a bit. So John, this is your debut then, yeah. So for you, like, how did you decide? Like, now was the time? Because I assume you've been training for a while. How did you come about deciding? Like, yeah, now I want to fight.
Just sort of how I went ready beforehand, and I've been training, doing S&C and stuff like that, and going on runs. Just feel like I'm ready now.
Yeah, being sort of getting yourself literally ready to go into fight. So would you always wanting to fight then?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, so, Scott, with yourself, as you say, it's your pro debut. You did announce in January that it will be happening.
Yeah.
So how long did it take for you to make that decision? Did you know immediately after your last fight, or
Well,
was there a bit more?
I was just waiting on Phil and Dean to just give me the go ahead. To be honest, I think I probably would have the Penn Bailey fight probably would have been my pro debut if it weren't for all that fucking lockdown shite what we was in. If it
Yeah,
weren't for that, I probably would have made my pro debut there. But after that Penn Bailey fight, Phil just when I was in the back, Phil was like, that's what I was waiting for, a performance like that. Now I think you're ready to like go to the pros and let's start climbing the pro ranks, because I've always had the skill level and the skill set to probably do it. And even the Fry fight or maybe the Mukhadeen fight, I probably could have went and made me pro debut then. But I just wanted to make sure everything was in place and everything was perfect before I done it, because now it matters, doesn't it? Like amateurs,
yeah,
people think like these people who are padding that amateur record and going 7-0 as an amateur and 6-0, but fighting absolute cans, just pure can crushers. What's the point in that? Because you're not going to learn anything. Like I've
yeah,
only ever took hard fights, and that's what I said to John. Mackenzie's a good fighter, John. Mackenzie's like he's good. He's decent. He's a good grappler. He's a good striker. So he wants to take tough fights from the beginning, none of this padding the record, shite like loads of people that you see. So yeah, like I said, it felt right for me. It felt right for Phil and Dean. So that's where we went, and we'll see the difference in my performance come April. So I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, definitely. So John, obviously you've got a lot of teammates on this card. I think there's like 5 or 6 years fighting, but
None of us there is.
what 9?
None, yeah. It's the
Yeah, I don't
Aspire
even know
show,
what
innit?
that means.
You should just change it to
Yeah,
Aspire. Aspire's show.
because I know there's Ellie's back, isn't she? And then there's Jack Dunleavy fighting Barmer.
Yeah,
Um,
there's Marlon, Hayder,
Marlon,
John.
yeah,
I think there's 9 altogether. I think we counted with Charlie's on it as well.
yeah,
There's a few.
yeah. So okay, well you got like 9 teammates on it, but so what's it like being on the same card as Scott?
Good. There's loads of more people to come and watch and more people to come and prove how good they are.
Yeah, is it being good, like training aside him and training
Yeah,
aside those people that are going to be on the card with you?
yeah. Brought me on loads training with Scott.
Yeah, yeah. So this is for both of you then. Um, if there's enough space in between your fights, so you're going to be in each other's corners.
Well, I'm gonna be. I think John wants me in his corner, so I'm gonna be in his corner. He'll be probably one of the first on Money because it's his debut. So
Yeah,
I'll be cornering him, but I have Phil Dean and Az, or Phil Az and Simon Ridgway or something like that in my corner. So he can just watch a beatdown of some Italian instead in the crowd after his win, and
yeah.
have a little bevy or something with it.
Be nice and inspired and motivated as well after
Yeah,
after seeing his brother do this.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, brilliant. So I'm gonna ask like some random questions as I do. So the first one's sort of what you mentioned before. Who always wins the brotherly competitions?
I'll let John answer that.
Me.
Fuck off.
So,
Nah,
so
he's all right. He's all right. He's caught me. He's caught me in like. He's probably caught me in bar 2 or 3 submissions to my like bar 6,000. But he's all right. Like,
well, so
and then
what's say
the other brother, Eddie, he's just a coach. He's a coach MMA fighter. In now, doesn't even train.
oh, good, they're all coming in now saying that they win the brotherly comps.
Yeah, I'm definitely the hardest, Jono. They might be bigger than me, but ask Danny. Yeah, if that's the case, Danny, who won the roll the other day, and you weigh about 300 kilos.
So what if ranking the brothers in terms of winning brotherly competitions? How would it go?
Me, and me.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah.
And then maybe our John can be fifth.
Yeah.
So who wins like the arm wrestles and that?
My dad with his little granddad strength. My dad trains as well, but
Yeah.
he done wrestling. That's where we all started doing wrestling. And my
Yeah.
dad taught most of us how to wrestle. Like he done that from when he was. My dad, yeah. So my dad's the strongest out of us all. Like if he grabs your arm or grabs your wrist, you can't get him off. He's got big shovel hands, so you fucked.
He used them things as well for his forearms?
Yeah,
Walks
he
around.
must do or something with bars, metal bars or something, because you got his grip strength. So I'd like to see down at them grip strength. You know, the test where you use the grip strength and you see how hard your grip strength is. I'd like him to do one of them. Like I reckon he'd be all right at that. But he
Yeah.
still gets chickened out as well. He thinks he's harder, but he still gets chickened.
I think we need to know his secret to his arm strength, because I think that would be good for like jiu-jitsu and that, wouldn't it?
But he's just started the game now. He had his first strike the other week.
Yeah.
Midlife crisis, and he 53 starting the game.
Bloody hell. So the next one, then, I guess if you want to include all the brothers, who's the most mature?
Probably none of us, to be honest. we're all just knobheads, really. So probably none of us. Probably not.
All got
Definitely
your
not
own.
Eddie. Definitely not John. I'd say I'm probably the most mature out of us all.
You just winning everything here, yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
John, what do you reckon you win? You got to get him back here, lads.
FIFA, that's about it.
Yeah.
The
Computer
PS,
games, do you?
he's alright on the PlayStation. Fuck that, I'm shit.
What do you like on COD and that?
Well, it's not like
um, so the next one then, what is a trait you admire in each other?
For him,
Hmm.
a trait that he does. He's the most laid back bastard you'll ever meet in your life. That's one. I wish I was as laid back as him, because
Was he?
I'd never argue with my bird in my life. But
you're
he's laid back to fuck. So that's what I admire in him.
Is he very patient as well then?
Sometimes he's too laid back though, but he is a laid back. Like he's chilled. But that's one trait I wish I could probably take off him, because my bird would probably
Yeah.
like me a bit more than, because I'm a bit of a hothead sometimes, me.
To be honest, lad, it won't work, because even when you lay back, she'll be like, "Why aren't you arguing with me? Hey, when you do
Yeah,
this?" You know?
exactly.
So you won't win anyway, lads.
You can never win with birds though, can you? Anyway, so it's all right.
Yeah. And John, what would you say is a trait that you admire about Scott?
yeah. Suppose.
Is which,
That,
mate? Sorry.
that I'm well harder than him.
There's no one.
That you're the most maturest out of everyone.
Yeah, that should be it. It should be me dedication. That's what it should be. You could take a little clip off me dedication to training.
Would you agree with that, John?
Probably, yeah.
Have you done many interviews before, mate?
Nah.
Is this the first one? Yeah.
Yeah, you've got him. You've popped his cherry.
You're doing sound, mate. And as you honestly, mate, with these like cameras and that, I was terrible. I'm still shit with them now. You know, you'll be quiet and that, but after a while, you're just not asking. You'll say what you want to say. You know what I mean? You'll
Yeah.
be more out there, and especially after you get the win, lads, your confidence will go up, and you'll be saying, "Everyone, what I'm coming for it." Just
I
don't
don't.
don't
I
over.
don't even think he'll celebrate me. I think he'll just walk on like,
Go sit in the corner, just be all relaxed,
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sound,
done
that sound, yeah. Go and get me a pizza or something. That's what he'd be like.
that. So the next one then is I asked this with the lads yesterday. What scares you?
Me bed when she's got a cob on.
She's gonna come after you after this now. Then.
She's probably watching.
Why Scott? Why are you chatting shit about me? She's gonna come after you.
Me bed when she's angry, and me ma when she's angry. So mainly just women.
Women when they're angry.
Yeah, there she is. You're messing.
Oh yeah, you've had it, lad. You're done.
How the fuck did they?
We're not gonna see you April 2nd now because she's gonna have done your head in. And John, what about you, mate? Is the anything that scares you?
Me?
My mum, when she gets a cob on.
Yeah, my ma's the ruler of the house, like.
Yeah.
Is when she gets in her element,
Yeah, when she's on
a
one,
mad one, yeah.
when she's on one, she's dodgy. She's the hardest probably when she's on one.
Even all the lads and the dads just all go
Yeah,
quiet.
yeah,
She's
definitely.
um
Oh yeah,
the,
Eddie's just said John scared the spiders there.
to be honest with you, like the reason why I've been asking that as well is because I think with like MMA fighters, like people watching them, a lot of yous are bigger than life characters and yous overcome a lot of stuff. And I think there can be times when people forget that yous are still human beings and yous
Yeah,
will have other things. You know what I mean? So
well,
like,
failing is probably a big one. I wouldn't say I'm scared, but I don't want to fail at what I'm doing because I've dedicated that much time to it, and I've been doing it since I was like 11 or 12. I'm like
yeah,
25 now. I don't want to put all my effort and put that many years into something and not reach what I want, so not reach my goals. So that's probably, if you're being like serious, it's probably failing. But
yeah,
that's not going to happen anyway, so we don't need to worry about that.
there you go. Sorted. So the next one then, I don't know what he's like, but it's just random one that came to mind. Like, what's the craziest thing that you've done? So put like, for example, bungee jumping, but I don't know if you've done anything that extreme, but
I
what's the
want to go
craziest thing you've done?
skydiving though. I do want to go skydiving, but
Yeah,
I haven't really done anything that extreme, to be honest. The
yeah,
scariest thing I've probably done is have a fight, because when I'm in the back before when I get called out, like when I get to the venue, I'm sound. When I'm in the back, I'm sound warming up. When that person comes to the back, just take your hands and says you're next, my ass falls out of me. I fucking shit myself. Like a proper full on shit myself. I'm not even asked. I'm just like, the fuck am I doing this for again? I just think what a knobhead. But then like I walk out and I'm stood there, and then my music comes on. Here everyone's shouting and screaming, and then that's it. Then it's game time. I'm in the zone, and that doesn't bother me. So that's about it.
what do you think it is that like what do you think it is like them few seconds that the person comes out and says you're next? What do you think it is that causes you to feel like that, and the nerves start to maybe
It's
take
probably
over from that?
it's probably because like your friends and your family and like my mum and my dad and my girlfriend and all that are there watching me, and like you don't want to let them down. Like you feel if you lose, you feel like you're letting them down. You feel like you're letting all your coaches down. You feel like, so I put a bit of pressure on myself, but that's just because I want to win. But that's probably why I get nervous and scared a bit in the back beforehand. But I wouldn't say it's like nothing to do with like, oh yeah, I don't want to get beat, don't want to get beat. I've had losses before. My first loss in my amateur career, I took bad. I was like, oh fuck it, I can't be arsed with this anymore, shit and all that. But like, I went and seen like Dean and that got this man coaching like Dan McGonigal from like I don't know where he got him from anyway, but he's good. He's like a sports therapist type thing, and I got in with him, and he just spoke and just told me a few little different things and stuff. And after that, it just completely changed my mindset. Like